guys, so today is the beginning of a 3-part series on my journey into the Orthodox Church. This first video is going to be about foundations, the second video will be about digging deeper, and the third video will be about new beginning. So I hope you enjoy.
Too many days in the darkness without a glimpse of the light. Running tired and broken and scared, but I swear I'll never give up the fight. I see you broken and beat, head pulled down over your eyes. Every part of you wants to surrender, but darling, you were meant to survive with every start.
Okay, so I was actually born into a Christian family, Protestant family, and my parents both had very different backgrounds. My mom was raised in a Mormon church. I don't really know the full story of that, but I know that once she left the Mormon church, shortly after she met my dad was raised in a Protestant home where, you know, I think there was some like Baptist background, some Foursquare. I know that like my baby dedication was done in a Foursquare church. But from my early childhood, I remember attending like an Assemblies of God church with my dad. My parents were divorced. My mom attended a non-denominational evangelical church, which I like to call the fun church. It was one of those like huge mega churches, at least for the area. It was like considered the mega church. There was just a lot going on all the time. It was really fun. The kids program was just like thriving. And so yeah, that's, you know, I can remember when I was really little at my dad's house, we would go to church on Sundays. And then he had us every Wednesday and we would go to church in the evenings. And I actually joined Missionettes. So if you've never heard of that, it's this fun little group that is offered in Assemblies of God churches. For the girls, it was Missionettes. For the boys, it was Royal Rangers. And for the girls, it was like if you memorized your Bible verses, you got like little charms for your necklace, which I still have today. And I actually really love that necklace. It's very special to me just because I feel like it is so integral to the part of my story and like where I came from. So on my mom's side, when we would go to church, you know, it was like tons of games and it was fun and there was a lot of loud worship and like strobe lights and like it was a fun kids program. But as I started to get a little bit older into junior high, I really wanted to kind of start digging deeper into my faith, figuring that out because I was like, I really love God. I want to do more. So I would go on these retreats. And we would spend like a whole weekend just discussing prayer, discussing the Bible, what it looks to like go out and be a missionary. There's a bunch of different topics and it was usually just a really small, close-knit group of people. And I really that was a huge part of my story of just falling in love with God and this lifestyle and figuring out like, this is who I want to be. And as I got into high school, my family, when I saw my mom mostly, I didn't really see my dad that much. But with my mom, she wasn't really going to church that much. The rest of my family wouldn't really go to church. So I would like leave early. I could drive myself, and Sunday evenings I would go to church on my own. And that's kind of like where I feel like I was coming into, young adulthood, my late teens, early 20s, that whole area of just being like, who is God? How can I be better? What does this all mean? But my personality was also that I didn't want to necessarily become like so theological or academic about it. It was more just really feeling based. So I loved worship and it was like, as long as I feel like I'm connecting with God, I guess we are good. So that's where I'm going to end this first part. You definitely want to check out the next one. I'm going to be talking about when I met Nolan and moved to Colorado and what that looks like, because it was really at that point, once I met Nolan, that my faith kind of took a little bit of a turn that led to the Orthodox Church. So stay tuned.